Hey, I'm Brad Nelson.
I'm Brian Braun-Duin.
And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. Alright, so today we're going to be playing Legacy in preparation for the Star City Games Open in New Jersey this weekend. Legacy has been kind of going through a little bit of a shakeup since Dig Through Time. Also, all the top 8s have been just different.
Yeah.
We've been seeing lands do well. A little bit of Sneak and Show right at the beginning. That deck's been falling apart. I don't really know why. Personally, I think that deck should be played more. I understand I'm the Sneak and Show guy, but it still feels like it's being played.
I mean, there's a reason why. It's just a very inconsistent deck.
Sure.
That's why. I mean, it's like on a scale of like power and consistency. Like, let's say you had 100 skill points to give.
Someone's been playing Fallout 4.
It's like a 90 on consistency and a 10 on or 90 on power, 10 on consistency.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And we bring this up because it has nothing to do with our actual match.
Right. We're not playing Sneak and Show or talking about consistency or power.
Yes. I am going to be playing Reanimator, a deck that just kind of ebb and flows in this format. Sometimes it's really well positioned, sometimes it's not, based on how much people are attacking graveyards, and right now they're really not.
Yep.
There's very little. Like Deathrite Shaman is kind of the dam that everyone's been using, even if it's not in their own deck, to keep the graveyard-based strategies out of the format. And we're seeing Reanimator decks do decently. So like cards like Rest in Peace are probably gonna have to show up eventually, but for now, Reanimator is a very good choice.
Yep, and I'm playing TI-83's Grixis Delver deck that he got second in the last GP with. So
TI-83.
Yep.
Could you let our audience in on that information?
Christian Calcano, or the Calculator, as they call him, took second place at the GP with Grixis Delver.
Thank you.
I took it one step further, TI-83, but...
Yes, he always takes it one step further. One step too far, in fact.
You know who's going to take it one step too far? Delver of Secrets. When he attacks you for 3 damage when you're at 2 life instead of 3 life, that's one step too far.
I mean, we'll see if that actually happens.
Okay, we'll see if it does.
I'm going to do everything in my power to not let it.
Okay, I'm going to try to get you exactly to 2 life.
Yeah,
maybe 1. I'm fine with 1, too.
Yeah, it's still going over,
Yeah.
But this matchup is going to be me trying to assemble my combo of Reanimation Spell and getting some big fatty in the graveyard, Gristlebrand, Elish Norn. There's a bunch of Silver Bullet type creatures, but in a matchup like this, I'm just going to be leaning on Gristlebrand. This deck has a couple others for corner case scenarios when you can entomb for them, but for the most part, you just take a Gristlebrand and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, Elish Norn's pretty much also winning the game in this matchup, too. So
yeah, but I want to win with style.
Okay.
Drawing cards is style. But and BBD's whole game plan is going to revolve around disruption and aggression. So Delver Secrets, Young Pyromancer, backed up by a lot of permission via counterspells, discard after sideboard, and Wastelands is just going to keep me on just a slightly few too many resources to actually win the game.
Yeah, I'm going to try to, stifle his progression and keep him off of being able to do the things he wants to do.
No, you can't just start. You can't just say a sentence for one pun and not follow it up with a final pun. You got to at least go two in a sentence.
The final pun is a secret, Brad.
I hate him.
Delver of Secret.
I hate him. We all got it. We all were there with you.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you got it.
Yes, I did.
So I thought I'd tell you about the card in my deck that pertained to the word that I just said.
I don't think I can endure this. All right, let's play.
Archetype of endurance. I'm just going to explain them all.
Yeah. All right, so not the 3 game. We're playing the 7s game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first person to roll 3 loses?
Nope. It's a 7. Ooh, you should have saw it. They couldn't see it, but it backboarded off a 7.
Yep.
Do you know what I love about this game? We're starting to finally get the backlash, like the guys that are just like, we hate this game, just get to the plane, instead of just sitting here and roll, but that makes me want to do this even more and for longer. All right, I'm on the play. Interesting. It's not as interesting anymore. I guess I have to mulligan this. If this was a blue-black, I would go for it, but because it's a Badlands, it's a bad land.
I'm going to keep this hand. This Magic the Gathering hand contains 7 Magic cards.
Does it?
Yes. It contains 6 Magic cards and a Queen of Hearts. I'm gonna try to win with it. Whoa! You didn't see that.
I did not. All right. Going back. This is looking better. All right, we're going to keep this, and we're going to scry. God, what is with this land? All right, it's not going to matter. I'm just going to...
Fetch, play, hapless.
Yep, your turn.
That's in there. He's in there. All right, we're going to draw a card. That's an interesting card to draw. A little confused. I'm a little blanked and confused about that draw step. I'm going to go ahead and fetch for a Tropical Island and play a Deathrite Shaman.
Now, that is a very good card in this matchup.
Tropical Island? Yeah, I agree.
Yes, it's extremely powerful.
Yeah, I'm getting the Trop here because, well, he played a Hapless Researcher on turn 1,
Yeah.
so he's probably trying to do some dirty things with his graveyard, which I don't want him to do.
All right, well, that's not going to help. Brainstorm.
Oh, Brainstorm. I'm gonna daze it.
Yeah, it's real bad for us.
I feel like if he's main
Go.
phase 1 land brainstorming, he's probably trying to do some things. And we're just gonna go ahead and wasteland that Underground Sea. And go ahead.
All right, well, let's sack.
Okay.
I feel like my deck was not shuffled. Well, go.
That's a powerful line.
It is a powerful line.
All right. Let's go ahead and exile one of your lands, and go ahead and play a Young Pyromancer.
All right.
You're up.
All right. I'm going to concede with the other 3 Exhumes in my hand.
Nice. I have a
Yeah.
lot of dazes myself here. So.
I feel like 1 works better in multiples.
Exhume?
Yes, Exhume's very good in multiples.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
All right, so I'm on the play with practically the same hand from last time. Same vulnerabilities as last time, but I think we have to keep this.
All right, well, I'm on 6. My 7 was, I think, very close to being a keep. It was Wasteland was my only land. I get the scry and stuff,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just talking about my hand. Wasteland was my only hand, and I had like a Probe and Double Delver and a really good hand. Other than that, and I decided to mulligan it, and this is my 6, and it's significantly worse, but at least I can cast spells. So, and we're gonna start with a scry, and this is probably the single card I want to bottom more than any other card, in this, for possible for an opening hand. So,
Days?
no. All right, I'm gonna fetch for a Tropical Island and cast a Deathrite Shaman.
Alrighty. All right, let's sack Hapless Researcher.
Okay.
Loot. And... Kinda sucks, but... Alright, I guess we just have to go for it and we'll just get blown out. Exhume.
Oh, days.
Yep. Your turn.
Untap and draw. I'm trying to think if there's any value in just eating it now, and I don't think there is. So I'll just say go.
Wow. I don't even know what I do with these lands. Why do I have tropical islands in my deck?
I don't know.
Go.
In a turn, I'll eat Gristlebrand.
You got it.
At 21. Alright, untap and draw.
What do I have? I've got decays.
We'll just go ahead and fire off a Wasteland on Underground Sea.
Yep.
And I'll say go.
Go.
In a turn, it's in your graveyard. I'm gonna eat your Hapless Researcher. 23. And draw a card. Just say go.
Go.
Alright. Can't really do... I guess I can just do this. I don't know if that... Yeah, that does accomplish something. I will end of turn. Nah, that seems bad. I'll just draw. Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to fire off a Brainstorm.
Alright, I'm going to respond. No, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Alright, put those two back. And I'll play another Volcanic. I'll say go.
Go.
I'm gonna Lightning Bolt you in a turn.
Sure.
16. Untap. Draw. And I'll pay 2 life and get Taxian Probe.
Fetch.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm going to... Is it Charm, Deathrite?
Well, that's an unexpected twist. Will... I'm gonna exile Verdant Catacombs and add a black.
Okay.
Alright, so we have Study, Entomb, Reanimate, Animate Dead. I don't know. Okay, I'll draw off of this. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and Wasteland your Badlands. I am going to use the black in my pool to cast Gurmag Angler. 1, 2, 3. I guess it 5, 6. Doesn't matter that much, but we'll do it that way. And then I'll play a Deathrite Shaman.
Alright.
And you're up.
Alright, Careful Study.
Sure.
Draw 2. Discard. Guess these two. And what are life totals?
I'm at 21, you're at 15.
Yeah. Alright, I don't want to discard that. Discard that. Or I don't even think I should. Yeah, I just have to cast that. Or I'm just going to die to the Deathrite Shaman.
I will float a red, pick up.
Yep, your turn.
And I'll use the red to bolt you.
Alright, I'm dead.
Okay.
All right, so for sideboarding, I'm going to do something weird, and I don't know if it's correct, but I'm taking the forces out because counterspells are always bad against hand disruption, and this matchup just even gets worse after sideboard. So I'm going to try to like hand disruption him. These can get death rights potentially if that becomes an actual issue, or at least let me know how I'm supposed to go off, where a force could just be stranded in my hand, and you could have Flusterstorm or some way to disrupt me.
Right.
So also, I mean, like the blue count gets pretty low if I'm trying to cast the spells. I'm bringing in Snapcaster Mage and Abrupt Decays to help out in the attrition-y side of the matchup, so I have more ways to kill Deathrite Shaman. Snapcaster is good against hand disruption, and Sphinx is better than all these threats in the matchup.
Yeah, like the thing about Iona is that it's actually very easy to race Iona. So,
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna cut like Lightning Bolts, Gurmag, just because it's really hard to have a turn to just take off to play Gurmag Angler, and it's just a pretty slow threat compared to my other threats. And then I'm cutting Stifle, which I'm not sure that that's actually right, but I needed some other card to cut to fit in all these cards that are probably better than it. So
Well, also Stifle's bad on the draw and only good against Animate Dead.
yeah, it's only good against Animate Dead and like presumably Fetch Land, so it is like a little marginal in the matchup. And then all these cards are just going to be like good disruption spells.
All right, so the hand looks actually really good. We're still soft to certain things, but we have a very good game, early game plan.
Yeah, my hand is pretty good as well, so I'm going to keep it. I don't know exactly what this hand does yet, but
All right,
we'll find out after we cantrip a few times.
All right, so we're going to start off with getting Tropical, and Tropical is the land that's going to allow us to cast all the spells in our hand. Tropical and Badlands are the only ways for us to cast all of our spells. That gives a lot of information away, but it's a versus video. Careful study.
Yep, that's fine.
All right. And your turn.
Okay, and I am just going to... Okay, how much... No. I think my safest play is to just play this and say go.
All right. All right. Brainstorm.
Alright, so I could fight over this Brainstorm, but it feels like bait to me, so I'm just going to let it resolve.
Not exactly what we'd want to find. I think we're just going to put both of these back. Well, I guess these back. Yeah. I'm going to throw these up top and fetch.
Yep.
Okay.
Stifle it.
Get a Badlands.
Stifle it
Yeah.
out of my sideboard.
There you go. And I'm going to Thoughtseize.
Alright. You have 4 cards in your hand. Okay, we're gonna respond to Thoughtseize. With first, I'm gonna pay 2 life and Surgical Gristlebrand in response.
All right.
Alright, I can see your hand as well. Reanimate 2 Izzet Charms and an Abrupt Decay. I'm not sure that I don't honestly know. Is there only 3 Gristles? I guess there's only 3.
There should be 4, I think. Maybe there's only 3.
Yeah, looks like there are 3. Right, you can shuffle that. Well, I think for a second. So, alright, so it's Decay, Izzet, and Reanimate. Alright, so now...
So now
I'm just thinking of now that I get to see his hand, I get to decide how I play around this Thoughtseize. And I'm not sure that getting Gristlebrand's better than Elishnorn, but I don't think I can actually beat either of those cards. So I think it's basically the same either way. And I think that I want to just do this. So I'm gonna fetch, get a Underground Sea, and then
Down to
Brainstorm.
17.
Alright, yep, and I'm gonna Brainstorm, try to maybe preserve some of these cards. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, it's into my graveyard already. Right. 1, 2, 3. Wow, okay. That was a Brainstorm. Alright, I think I want to protect, I guess, these two cards. So we'll put these two back on top in this order, and then Thoughtseize resolves.
Young Pyro. Yeah, Pyromancer.
Okay. Alright.
Your turn.
Okay. So untap and draw. I'll pay 2 and probe. Get the cards that we wanted. I will Cabal Therapy reanimate. Actually, Cabal Therapy is a charm.
Okay.
It's a -2. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Reanimate. Target Elishnorn.
Alright, I will pay 2 life and Surgical Extraction, Elishnorn. And that's your only one, so just shuffle it.
Go.
Tap and draw. Ponder. Alright, at this point, we want these 2 cards and not this one, so keep and draw this. Say go.
Go.
Draw the one that we wanted. I don't know if I want to cast it yet, though. I'm just gonna pass.
Go.
And I'll fetch here. 12. Draw. Alright, that is... I guess we'll cast this first. Cabal Therapy. Abrupt Decay. Entomb and Pluto Delta. Entomb. I'll say go.
Go.
Play Delver. Pass.
Go.
Alright. Trigger the Delver. Don't flip it. Draw. Play waste. Attack for 1.
17.
15 actually.
Okay.
Thought
Oh, yeah.
Play Young Pyromancer and say go.
Brainstorm.
That's bad. Yep, that's fine.
Alright. These will go back. Entomb.
I am going to Flusterstorm it. put in a
Go.
Dylan Donegan token. Sorry, CVM, but just gotta go with what's best. All right. Look for our Delver. We don't flip. Draw.
Going down to 14.
Good. I will. Let's see. Start by attacking for 4.
Yep.
So 10, and then I'm going to flashback therapy with the token.
Yep.
And I'm gonna name. I guess Exhume. All right, and then I will flashback again and get reanimate. Sacking the token, keeping the token. Let's waste Underground Sea. Or I should probably waste Tropical Island. Play Death Rate and say
Go.
You seem hapless.
Yeah. All right. All right. So for the next game, I think this is a keep. It might not be, but I'm going to.
This hand is pretty just solid all around. Solid.
All right. So I'll just go get blue-green again.
Okay.
And that's probably the ball game. Go.
All right, I'm just gonna leave it Delver. I don't know if that's right, but
Good. Badlands and pass the turn.
okay. I will reveal Pyroblast.
Oh, is it Charm It?
I'm gonna daze that.
Okay.
Draw the Pyroblast. Play Pluto Delta, bash for 3.
Yep.
Might not be worth trying to keep my Delver alive, but
Go.
attack for 3.
Decay it.
Okay, it does die this time. Alright, I'm trying to think what he would have in his hand. Because I'm going to fire off a Cabal Therapy, and I think I'm going to name... I feel like if he had a reanimation spell, he might have tried to go for it, so I'm just going to name... Entomb. Okay, so... Hapless... Decay, is it, and C. Go ahead. Sure.
Go.
Go ahead.
Tech.
Yep, that's 19.
Go.
Alright, end of turn, I will go to 18. Try Vendilion Click up.
Resolves.
Choose you. let you keep all those. Alright. Untap and draw. Cabal Therapy Brainstorm. Or Cabal Therapy, yeah. I guess you can. Okay, yeah. Put you to 12. Play Deathrite and say go.
Check.
I'll block one.
Sec.
Okay. 17.
Sec.
Sure.
Go.
Send you for 3.
Yep.
Put you at 9, say go.
Go. Upkeep. 2 damage to that.
With him being at 9, that's interesting. Yeah, with him being at 9, I think I just have to try to keep my Vendilion Click alive, so I'm going to counter that. Draw. Attack.
Yep.
Shoot at 6. And I'm going to say go.
Well, that's not going to work with any of my other spells. Alright, I'll exhume.
I will force the will pitching days.
Go. Researcher, go.
Go. I think I made a mistake. Draw. Attack you for 3.
3.
And I did not get punished for my mistake. Go. So the mistake was not playing this last turn.
Oh, sure. Storm.
Sure.
Yep, dead.
Good. And the reason why this was a mistake is because I had a second force, and if I drew a land, then I would have needed to be able to hardcast it.
Alright, so I'm down to 6, and the hand is pretty bad. Making me think that I'm supposed to keep animates in, but they're like really bad against the stifles. But I guess this is a keep.
My hand is a keep as well.
Alright.
You get to scry.
Oh yeah. Bottom. Yeah. Go.
Go. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to say go here.
Attack for 1.
19.
Jace. Off of Trop.
Jace could be a problem. I'm gonna respond to the Jace. Fetch at 18. I'm gonna get a volcanic island and cast a brainstorm.
Okay.
We might find an answer for the Jace, or we might find something else. I mean we're planning on brainstorming end of turn anyway, so just doing it now is effectively the same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, well. Let's put back these two. Tap. Let's play Delver of Secrets.
All right.
Go ahead.
Tech.
Take it. 17. Maybe I'm supposed to block, but I don't know. He could just trade there, and that would just be bad for me.
Don't know if we want additional lands. Don't know what this card's really going to do for us, though. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that now. And Duress.
It's interesting. I guess we just let it resolve.
Well, all right then. I will take the surgical. And your turn.
Alright. So we'll flip off of Cabal Therapy. I will... Seven for 3. 7... Wait, did you fetch?
Yeah.
So you're 16?
Yep.
Alright. I want to get this young Pyromancer in play, but I don't want to leave myself vulnerable to dying. So I feel like it's a little greedy to do that. I think I want to just fire off a therapy first. I have to think about what I would name. Yeah, I think I want to just fire therapy off and see, or maybe I just ponder. Actually, it might be the best. Yeah, I think I actually like pondering here. All right, so I'm gonna ponder.
Okay.
I don't really want to draw all these cards, but I definitely want to draw this card. So this is tough. Guess I'll keep it so that I can draw this card, but it could very easily backfire. I should probably put these in the reverse order. Alright, so we'll draw this. And alright, so if I waste him, I don't actually want to waste because I want to be able to play young Pyromancer next turn. I think so. I'll say go.
Okay, that.
Okay.
Jace.
Yep.
Mini tilt. Yeah, we'll put that in the yard.
Okay.
Flip Jace. Do I go up? No, I go... I think I go down to hit this Duress.
see how this works here. Okay, I'm gonna respond to that.
Well, no, I mean,
Okay.
I have not yet, but
Okay.
yeah, target dress.
Alright, I'll surgical it in response.
Sure.
And your hand is Entomb, Polluted Delta.
And I'll attack you for 1.
I'll go to 14. Or, yeah, 14. Alright, so I guess I get to get rid of all these. Dress.
I guess I keep this in my hand. Say go, upkeep, Entomb.
Yep, that happens.
Or could you counter it?
How,
Yeah, I have to play the land, right? No, it's just...
it's just Spell Pierce at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Alright. And... Yep, pass.
Okay. Draw. Alright, we're just gonna try to get the party started. No, it's better to get out there. I think I just actually play this too. Go.
That's pretty good.
We basically just need him to brick a little bit.
Sick.
Okay.
Man, I feel like I just have to... I'm not going to win this game with another turn. This could block, so if Delver doesn't flip, I'll get a turn with this. But then this card will get ripped out of my hand if I sack. That's just so gross. Or no. Go. On the Young Pyromancer.
Okay. Tech Jace. So I guess maybe I'm supposed to hold up Flusterstorm for the scenario where he draws a bunch of cantrips and stuff. So I guess I'll say go. Alright, I will Flusterstorm that.
Sure.
You go to 15. I'll get 2 tokens.
And I'll pay.
Okay.
I get Gristle, you get that?
Yep.
Probably should have went Elish Norn. Only got a game now. What am I at, 15?
Yep, you're at 15, I'm at 14.
Alright, I'll hit a Delver of Secrets.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Alright, we'll see what we get here. I'll flip 1 Force.
Alright.
So one of these Delvers is...
So you have Cabal Therapy, Force right now?
Yep.
Well, this land shouldn't be a bad land. It should just be another blue-black, just so I have... Make sure I have enough blue for next turn.
All right, I'll therapy you naming Squire.
All right.
Get a couple of tokens out here. So you're gonna attack me. Gaining a lot of life. I'm just gonna have to. You can. I'll waste Tropical Island.
It's gone.
And I'm just gonna say go.
All right. So I'm at 14, 15.
You're at 15.
15. All right. I'll go to 8.
Okay.
The one game I might win is the one game that I had Jason play. That's kind of a tilt, actually. All right. Don't actually feel like we need to go crazy this game. Like, we're in pretty good control of everything, so attack you.
Okay.
Back to 15.
Alright, now go to 6.
And I will go Hapless Researcher, sack.
Sure.
Discard. Exuma. And then tick this up on a Delver.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Yeah, I'm dead. Gristlebrand was maybe beatable, but
not a second.
A second thing was not beatable.
Yeah, that turn, if I draw 7 and I'm like dead to the crackback if I don't hit. So I would have to draw again if I didn't find something.
Just go for Elishnorn.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I never thought I'd say this, but I can't beat a Kokano deck. But, yeah, that matchup felt awful.
Yeah, it seemed really, like, going into it, I had no idea that it would be that rough. But yeah, that seemed brutal. Even, like, Cabal Therapy, like, didn't even seem that good against you, but it was still really rough, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're attacking on all the angles.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, cheap counters, early disruption.
Graveyard hate,
and
pressure.
Fast pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, attacking the deck on all angles. And this deck it seemed like more of a controlling version of Reanimator. Like, more of, like, it can take some beatings instead of being super powerful, like with Lotus Petals and stuff like that. So, it feels like I would much rather have had, like, the, like, turbocharged turn 1.
Yeah, just kill me on turn 2 or whatever.
Like with Dazes and Show and Tells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting version. I would love for anyone that knows of this version to tell me what the pros and cons are in the comments, because on the surface, like, I don't play this format that much, and it just feels like a weaker version, much like what Joe Lissette brought to the Players' Champs last year.
Yeah.
Where it just felt like a worse version of just regular Reanimator.
Yeah.
And I've always just liked the go big or go home Reanimator decks. Like, I always feel like the other versions, but it did top 8 the Legacy GP, and that's something I can't say I've done. Well, this year, but
I think that one thing I just want to say about Reanimator in general, not about the specific version, is like one of the big pros to Reanimator is that it's so hard to fight the deck with cards like Cabal Therapy and Meddling Mage. Things like decks like Sneak and Show and a variety of other combo decks like Omnitel and all those other things. It's so easy to attack them with like cards like Meddling Mage and Cabal Therapy because you know exactly what the important cards are. But here it could be Animate Dead, Reanimate, or Exhume.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know
Careful
which one to
Study,
name?
is it Charm or Entomb?
Yeah, it's just like which one do you name? Like, you're kind of just guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think that's one of the definite pros to Reanimator. So.
No, I still think that Sneak and Show is better than Reanimator, though.
I mean, I'm
very biased, but
I mean, I agree with that. I don't. I've never really thought Reanimator is very good.
Yeah,
like it does well from time to time, but it just has never felt like a deck that was actually good.
It always feels like the deck that does well, and then like you're like, oh, Reanimator's good. Maybe I'll play Reanimator instead next week, and then by the next week, it's just awful.
Yeah,
like everyone gets the wake up call, and it's the one deck that you can attack in so many different ways. Like, honestly, I have never liked using my graveyard in Eternal formats. I just always like. So it can win. I'm not saying it's not like a winning strategy. It's just not what I like. I hate losing when my graveyard's being attacked, and that's the only way I can win because it's just such an exploitable zone in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I personally love using my graveyard. Snapcaster Mage, Deathrite Shaman, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time.
Exactly. Well, but what we found that was so cool about the Delve draw spells was attacking the graveyards didn't actually beat them. You know, like it's not like it's a winning strategy if you bring in your Rest in Peace. They're like, oh, I guess you got my Treasure Cruisers. Now I'll just pitch them to my Force of Wills and keep attacking
Or
you.
Brainstorm them back.
Brainstorm them back. Yeah, like if you attack those cards, it's not game over. Because it's not an actual way they win the game.
Yeah, I like using the graveyard as a resource, but not having it be the entirety of my game plan.
Yeah, but some people do, and they probably know more about this archetype than we do. Yeah. Even Cedric Phillips might chime in because he played Reanimator at that tournament. And I think he made day 2. I think he didn't. He didn't do bad for playing all the rounds. He didn't do that bad.
Yeah, he went like X and 4 or something.
Yeah, I mean not as good as my brother. When my brother doesn't get any buys in tournaments, but Cedric can't be as good as my brother. But
he didn't hear that.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, which we all know I did, please come back on Friday for another Versus video.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
And this weekend, the Star City Games series will be showing up in New Jersey. You'll get your Hoppin' Rabbit Master playmats if you show up. Cedric and Patrick will be bringing 15 rounds of coverage followed by a top 8 if you don't go. So please join in at twitch.tv/SCG Live.
It's Legacy. So.
It's like, well, yes, it's this format. You know, our hometown heroes will be there battling for their Players Championship lives. Yep. Tom Ross and Todd Anderson are needing some points. I mean, this race is actually awesome. Like, last year, it seemed awesome, but the people that were committed just pulled away in the last couple weeks.
Right.
And this year, it just seems like there's 6 or 7 people that, like, for 4 slots that I really think are going to make it. But they're all going to everything. So, like, it's actually just going to be kind of like popcorn TV to watch, like seeing where these people fall in place. And, like, I thought Todd wasn't a sweat. Like, after he won his Open, I was like, oh, Todd's not a sweat anymore. I thought after Tom won, I'm like, oh, this is going to push him further ahead. Because when I was going to tournaments and top 8, that's what I was doing, getting further and further ahead. And they're just not. They're, like, still in that thick of it or falling further behind.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
It's unbelievable that our guys that are grinding every weekend and winning Opens are still under threat.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But
I mean, I believe it. It's what's happening.
It is, yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and join us later this week with some Versus videos, articles, all that jazz. Peace.
See ya.